Hey, what's going on with it once again, bros, women, especially bronies and pegasisters, the one, the only Mr. Nintendo Fridge 111, aka Criticism Guy 2009, and of course Nintendo Manga 8360, aka Manga Guy for short there. I'm actually starting to do weekly videos on there, so if you want to check that shit now, go right for it. So this video is probably not going to be uploaded to Monday, because you know, I'm doing this before I went out to like my fam's house, so it's probably not going to see this till Monday, even though it's Wednesday right now. So without further ado on that, let's begin this shit. And this episode's called MLP FIM Season 4, Episode 3, Castlemania, aka with the M-A-N-E instead of M-A-N-I-A. And I might do a part 2 in this, we'll see what happens. So basically it's all about Twilight Sparkle and Spike again. The only difference is the main six have another big role in this, except Pinkie Pie. Unfortunately she has a short role, because in the beginning we actually see Pinkie Pie. If you can see the thing pretty well, you guys probably can't see it that well. The closest I could probably bring it. Unless I bring my camera a little bit closer. There we go. Hopefully you guys are able to see that, and if not, there's pretty much nothing else I can do. Hopefully I got the contrast pretty good too, because that's the highest way I'm going to put it up there. So basically Pinkie Pie, as you can see right here, she's there in the beginning and the end, which in the end I will get to. It's basically about Applejack and Rainbow Dash. They take control over this like little contest thing. They're having a friendly competition, because you know they're town girls. Even though they're my least favorite ponies, they're actually a little bit funny in this episode. I'll be quite honest with you right there. And it's funny because there was these bees all over them, and there was like apparently there's a beehive camping breeding grounds in the land of Equestria. It's crazy as shit as that sounds, in the MLP universe. And what happens is Pinkie Pie, she's taking charge. She's basically being the announcer, like she was in that one episode, Fall Weather Friends, where Applejack and Rainbow Dash were doing the competition at that time. I think that was season 2 or season 1 or 2. And basically after that, Pinkie Pie takes charge. She's still announcing everything. And then she sees one of the beehive guys like, "What are you guys doing?" She's like, "Oh, we're just doing competition. That's all we're doing." And she says, "Pinkie Pie, who's the best pony that won?" And then after that, Pinkie Pie announces, "It's a tie." And I thought it was hilarious as fuck the way she did that, because, you know, as much enthusiasm, energy, and full of life that she has, fucking damn epic. That's all I'm going to say about that shit. There's that, and it's funny, she says it's a tie, and then after that they have these roses and happy, you know, energetic, full of life symbols all over her little thing, and she has her little pet alligator gummy there on the side. I thought it was hilarious as fuck, and you'll see in a second why. Those two, they're covered in stuff and bees. It looks kind of weird. There's Pinkie Pie being all weird, and the person that wrote this episode was Josh Harbour, so shout out to that guy. Another really funny thing I loved about this episode was that besides all the jokes and gimmicks that they always pull on each other, I'm not sure if it's going to show it to me. Oh yeah, there's Applejack and Rainbow Dash. They're like astonished at something. I don't know what it is, but I guess they're like, they find out that Pinkie Pie, she has to volunteer for this, like, ringing the school bell. She's like, "Nobody else volunteers, so I'm going to go anyways." I thought that was really fucking awesome, epic. As most of you guys don't know me by now, as long as I've been a brony since last year, February, you already know how awesome as fuck that is. Pinkie Pie was one of my first besides Derpy. And they wonder what's going on, and she says, "Oh, I gotta volunteer for school because nobody else wanted to do it." And they wanted to go to Everfree Forest because there's this ancient castle that was there where Spike and Twilight go in the end. Because before the intro of the My Little Pony, you know, the Little Frenchman's Magic theme song, they show Spike and Twilight there, you know, they're talking to each other because they gotta like do a lot more research and stuff. And then the letter for Princess Celestia comes in, which, might I add you, this is the last episode. Last time we see Princess Celestia hold a letter, because Twilight's the princess of Canterlot, and even though she's still living in her old library home from a treehouse, she decides to live the lower class life. I guess that's how it is with her. And then she does more research, and she goes inside or whatever, the Everfree Forest. She does a lot more managing research, and Spike's there like, "Why couldn't we stay there instead?" You know, it's crazy little tomboy sacks. And after that, what happens is they show Rarity and Fluttershy. They enter the building. I thought it was hilarious as fuck, by the way. It was really, really awesome as hell. I guess those two are supposed to be a lot more buddy-buddy with each other. And Rarity, she's trying to look for the perfect dress and the tapestries and everything. She wants to take them all down to the old ancient castle that originally Luna and Celestia used to live in before the brand new one they had thousands of years later. And after that, what happens is Princess Celestia, after that, what's that, whatever it's called, I forgot to mention that she said something about Twilight Sparkle. This is do very well in your research as you go to the Castlemania or whatever. And after that, what happens is they show Rarity and Fluttershy again. are talking with each other, and she brought Angel Bunny with her. Out of all pets, she brought Angel Bunny. Of course, that's her signature animal there, Fluttershy. And then what happens is she's really scared. She says we'll be there in a hoof of a sneeze. And then after that, Rarity just sneezes out all over the place. And I'm thinking to myself, that's why she's number 7 on my top 10 best ponies list, because she's this awesome, excuse me, elegant, very like-minded individual of ponies. Even though she acts a little snooty sometimes, she's just epic as hell. And there's a couple times when she hits high-pitched notes. Of course, the voice actress Tabitha St. Germain, she ends up sounding a lot like Nightmare Moon a couple times when she says, this castle is an atrocity of all atrocities. And after that, you can get a really good feeling of Nightmare Moon's voice in there, because, you know, Tabitha St. Germain, she did both of the voices for Luna and Rarity, so I kind of got that sense of feeling. And most of this episode, I don't know what it is, it's kind of like paying homage, paying like dedication to all the Scooby-Doo fanfics or whatever. Not fanfics, but the original Scooby-Doo way back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, before I was alive. You know, kind of pays tribute towards that, because there's a lot of Scooby-Doo references that is in this episode. So even if you're an old school or a new school Scooby-Doo fan, you're probably going to love this episode of MLP a lot, just as much as I did. Of course, for Pinkie Pie being in the beginning and the end. And what happens after that with Rarity and Fluttershy talking over each other, she's like, oh, if you really need this, if this is that most important to you, then I'm going to go in with you. In her little Fluttershy voice, she's like, I'm Fluttershy, you know, that type of thing. And what happens after that, they finally go in and everything, blah, 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 all that good shit. And what happens is unfortunately, Rainbow Dash and Applejack, they get the shit scared out of them real bad, even though they're supposed to be town girls. And you can see right here, as I've been showing it for you guys for the longest, that Rarity and Fluttershy, Applejack and Rainbow Dash. Applejack out of nowhere, she says, oh, let's see who's the best pony that can survive the longest all night in this castle, you know? We could survive who the longest, I don't even know. I can't even talk well that much. So yeah, obviously what happens after that, she says like this old story that Granny Smith told her a long time ago. She's like, I remember when I was just a little filly, Granny Smith always used to tell me about the pony and shadows. A little southern accent, obviously that's nothing new there, because that's her main character, Miss AJ right here. And after that, she does that little thing like she did in that Rarity Twilight episode when they did that sleepover episode. I don't know if any of you guys remember that shit. And then Rarity was too fancy and everything. They had to do Truth or Dare. I don't know if any of you guys remember that episode from season 1 or 2. And then she did that whole woo, that thing, as you can see right here. And then Rainbow Dash is just looking at her like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But I'm the most bravest pony in equestria. You know, her little like, what's it called? Her ignorance, I guess, is best for her. Unfortunately, that's why I don't like her that much. You know, she says she's so awesome, she's so cool, you know. She's just not cool with me, I'm sorry. I just don't like her that much, I'm sorry. But after that, what happens is, let's get back to the rest of it, if I can find it. There it is. The mouse clicker. You could definitely check this shit out right here. As soon as they hear all this armor fall off all over the place, they start running like hell, and they get the shit scared out of them again, a second time. If you've been keeping track of my videos and stuff, they get the shit scared out of them because all these armor starts falling off all over the place, and they run out, and then they hear all this rumbling from somewhere. They're like, ah, and then they just run out in the middle of the hallways like, oh, I'm not scared, I'll prove it. And after that, Applejack stops after Rainbow Dash tells her if they could spend like the longest night in Ponyville, not in Ponyville, in the castle. That was with the Elements of Harmony. She actually stated that earlier. It's like, oh, this is the same place where we got the Elements of Harmony. Don't you even remember this? Like, obviously, anyone with half a brain that's been in the brony fandom community for the past 2 to 3 years, you know this already. And after that, what happens is they get scared again, and then they make a deal, and they do the little bro hoof thing, like that. And then what happens after that is a little bit crazier. You guys can see it. Hopefully, you can see it. Then they go back to Spike and Twilight again. Twilight's doing more research because they want to get more candlelights, and she tells Spike, oh, we're going to need a lot more candlelights in this, Spike, because we are going to spend the whole night here doing research. And Spike gets really scared. If any of you guys saw the beginning of this episode, Spike gets nervous as shit. He's just a fucking wreck of a dragon right here. And if you notice really, really well, if you look closely to the spiders, they have the same cutie mark as Twilight does. They're all made out of magic. That's kind of weird. I'm thinking to myself, is this another Twilight reference? Apparently so, I guess it is. And then what happens after that, you see Spike and Twilight, they're talking to each other, and then Spike is just, he's got the living shit scared out of him after that. And what happens after that is, fortunately, he gets all scared from the thunder and the lightning and the rubble falling off the castle. And Twilight states, of course, this castle's old spite. Every little part of the rumble of it is falling on the ground. It's falling into pieces. And after that, what happens after that? If I could get the next picture to show up. There we go. They go back to Applejack and Rainbow Dash again. Then they find this other place where there's like this organs out of nowhere. It's a little weird. They find this like organ player out of nowhere, and then they hear all this like music playing somewhere out of nowhere. And this goes dun 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 dun. You know, that kind of organ kind of playing thing. If any of you guys have seen an organ, if you've ever been in a Catholic church, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you've probably seen it somewhere on the internet. Fair play. But then after that, what happens is they get scared again, and then like they're going down these stairs, and then like Applejack's tired of hearing Rainbow Dash's shit talking to her all the time. It's like, admit it, Applejack, I know you're scared of this castle. You know I'm the coolest, awesomest pony ever in Equestria. You know, being a little bragger bitch like she normally is. And she's floating down. She's like floating down like the stairs while Applejack, she has to walk. He's like, oh, I told you, Rainbow Dash, I ain't scared of nothing. And after that, what happens is, on a crazier note, they run into more armor. And then Applejack, she gets like sent into this different room because there's like these different secret passageways all over the place. Once again, it's paying tribute to all the Scooby-Doo episodes out there. And then what happens after that is like, oh, Rainbow Dash, where are you? This is some kind of joke. You win. And that's what Rainbow Dash says, like, oh, I'm getting out of here. And then like she flies out of nowhere, and she's like, all right, Mr. Castle, if that's all you got, is that the best you got? She does a little hoof thing like that, because I'm ready for you. And after that, the lightning comes out, and she gets scared shitless again, Rainbow Dash. She's like, duh! You know, I still got to give credit for Ashley Ball for doing her voice. She's still a good actress, nevertheless. Even though I don't like this character that much, I still love the voice actress, nevertheless. But other than that, what happens is, then Applejack has switched to another room, like I said. She says, Rainbow Dash, are you there? If you win Bats Ponyville, you win. I guess I'll win by default. She wins by default. That doesn't even make any sense, but I guess it's what it does if she did escape to Ponyville. And after that, I forgot what happens to Applejack afterwards. But then they go back to Rarity and Fluttershy because Angel Bunny, it accidentally like tripped over to like the secret passage button that actually sent Rarity and Fluttershy to this underground like side of the castle, like this basement of the castle. And then those two get scared. And actually, when Rainbow Dash and Applejack were walking through the hall before they got split up, there was this one scene where like Rarity puts the hoof over Rainbow Dash, and then Rainbow Dash tells Applejack, listen, Applejack, if you're scared of me, just admit it. I win and you lose. I win this competition. And after that, she's like, Rainbow Dash, I'm over here. I'm not touching you. And after that, she's like, oh my God, who's touching me? I saw a hoof there. And then they both run. I thought that was funny as shit, even for Rainbow Dash. That was actually a tiny bit funny. And after that, what happens is Rarity, she says, I thought I felt something alive to like Fluttershy. And she says, oh, is it Angel Bunny? And then after that, Fluttershy puts her hoof out of like this little pipeline secret passageway button, and they get flipped out, and then they show them there with like their legs open like that. Kind of like how you see the fanfics drawn. The only difference is not the sexual kind. Of course not. Because that's Hasbro. They're not going to ruin that shit for their golden boy for MLP, obviously. And then other than that, what happens is they go back to Spike and Twilight, and Spike's just all scared. He's nervous to Twilight. I don't know if there must be those creepy, crazy sounds of the castle's rubble falling off. And then Twilight goes, talks back to Twilight saying that, now Spike, there's no need for sarcasm, you know, in her little educated, you know, PhD at the college degree kind of voice. You know, Tara Strong, she is a boss. No denying that. She's epic as hell. One of the best voice actresses in the universe. I mean, she's done 600-700 freaking cartoons before this thing. Even back in my 90s kids days, she did a few here and there. But other than that, what happens is they go out of there, way, whatever. Let's see if I can get this thing. And then there's Applejack and Rainbow Dash again. Like I said before, they're getting all scared, and then she sees this dragon statue out of nowhere, and she gets scared shitless. She's like, oh my God, what is that? I mean, I would be too if it was me, you know. You're in the middle of nowhere in an ancient castle that's 10,000 years old. I'd be scared as fuck too if it was me. And they go back to Rarity and Fluttershy again. You can see Rarity's horrific, like just this horrible, horrific kind of like thing in her. You know, the expression on her face is epic as hell. It's priceless. And after that, what happens is another tapestry thing falls, and then she gets scared, and she runs away. This atrocity is a madness for like a castle. She does some fancy work like that. I hate you so much. And then after that, she gets all these little like branches and shit stuck in her hair and everything, or in her mane. And after that, she goes back in to save Fluttershy, because Fluttershy and them split up. And she's still looking for Angel Bunny. She says, Angel Bunny, where are you? And then after that, I'm not sure if I could see the picture for it. I thought it was funny as hell when I saw this picture because, you know, she thought it was dead, but it was actually alive. It was really, really awesome, too. I loved how amazing as hell this thing was. Seriously. And after that, once they all get split up and everything, they finally, what's it called, all four of them, they finally get together. And they all get this crap skirt out of them. And then they finally show Twilight Sparkle at the end because Angel Bunny, like Fluttershy, thought she saw a shadow of Angel Bunny getting crushed over a pillar. And after that, she says, Angel Bunny! And I don't know what it is, if any of you guys have recognized this, but she worries shit a hell of a lot in this episode. Fluttershy, when she's thinking about all the bad things that's going to happen to Angel Bunny. In this one scene, I remember where, like, he was eating carrots with Spike and Twilight. I thought it was hilarious as fuck. He was doing just fucking fine, so Fluttershy had no reason to worry about it. And pretty much other than that, what happens is, what the last but not least thing, when they all get together and Twilight says, every pony, knock it off right now! I thought that was really funny as hell. And you can see the ending right here. I'm going to start playing this thing right here. Hopefully you guys can see it. And, yeah, let's get this shit started real quick. You know, I'm almost finished with this episode. After Twilight Sparkles, she stops all the main six from being all crazy and everything. Actually, it's the main five, because Pinkie Pie, she doesn't come until the end at the end. And then what happens after that, it's epic as hell. And then goes Pinkie Pie right there. Right as I say it, too. She knows how to do this new magic spell, and then, like, Applejack says, Twilight, is that you? And then, she says, yes, it's me. Where are you guys? I don't even know where that came from. But other than that, what happens is that some fucking commercial advertisement. I don't know what that happened. She stops all of them. It's like, oh, did you learn a new spell trick? And then Fluttershy's over there. It's like, oh, hello, Twilight. How are you? It's like, Fluttershy, what are you doing here? And then like Rarity yells out, she's with me. That was funny as fuck. And after that, they all finally hear that organ playing like they did with Pinkie Pie again. I thought that was crazy as fuck, by the way. And then unfortunately, what happened was another real crazy scene. Hopefully you guys can hear me, because if not, I can't do anything about that. See if I can turn this on. It doesn't get all fucked up. Alright, it didn't. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But anyways, other than that, yeah, they finally see who's the pony behind the mask that's doing this stuff. It's crazy as hell. It's Pinkie Pie. Pinkamena Diane Pie playing it. Not in her straight mane, but in her fluffy mane. It's crazy as fuck. I love it. And she's playing the organ, and she says, take me out to the ball game. She plays that little, like, baseball thing. Da-da-da-da-da-ding, charge. And then after that, they're really surprised that, how is it Pinkie Pie that's the one that's playing this whole thing? I'm thinking to myself the exact same thing. She just gained a new skill out of nowhere, but that's Pinkamena for you. That's why I love her so much. The randomness, the funniness, the epicness that she brings to the table is hands down the perfect fucking element of harmony right there. Elements of laughter. Even though they don't have their elements of harmony anymore. If you haven't seen episode 1 and 2, check that shit out. I'll put a link down to it if you want to check those episodes out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And one more thing I will say about Pinkie Pie. She says, oh, I was looking for all you guys, and I saw Rarity and Fluttershy enter the Castlemania, and I was going to tell them about the Pinkie Pie party I was going to have. Because I decided she was done with like the volunteer work, and after that, that she was doing for like the school bell for 5 minutes. She's like, oh no, 5 minutes is all they needed. And other than that, what happens is that Pinkie Pie out of nowhere, it's funny as fuck. She knows how to play that organ, as you can tell. This is fan art. It's really epic as hell. I love whoever did that shit. And yeah, she was pretty happy with this. She's like, oh, I found all you guys here. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Blah, 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 all that good shit. And you know how Pinkie Pie likes to ramble on. Rainbow Dash and Twilight, they look in their eyes like, are you fucking serious? Are you damn shitting me right now? That's a good expression on their face. They roll their eyes like nothing. They don't give a shit. But that's Pinkie fucking Pie right there for the win. I love that fucking pony so damn much. She just brings life, happy smile on my fucking face all the time. Seriously. She never gets old. Even though some people think she's annoying as hell, I don't care. She's still fucking badass. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. That's where the thing ends. And then they find out that they want to make journals instead of letters to the Princess Celestia that they always get. So they're going to start saying Dear Diary instead of Dear Princess Celestia. So that's going to be a new twist right there. And I can't wait to see that shit in the future episodes that come. And overall thoughts, views, and opinions on this, I thought it was really amazing. It was incredible. I love how Pinkie Pie was playing that ornament thing. Not ornament, the organs for the pipes. That shit was sick as fuck. And then Spike at the end, and you can see, it says, oh yeah, really? What kind of silly old folk pony's tail is that? Seriously? And then they show this Zakoura looking figure. It has green eyes and it looks evilly into the camera at the people. I'm like, oh, that has to be Zakoura right there. There's no way there's no one else besides her. But we already know she's one of the good girls, good ponies, good zebras, whatever you want to call it. And that's pretty much it. So overall thoughts, views, and opinions was amazing. I love the writer for this script. Really fucking badass. I love the animation of it, of course. All the Scooby-Doo tributes that they made to this episode was really fantastic. 2 thumbs fucking up right there. And 5 ponies out of 5. That's probably what I'll give it right there. That's going to be my new system from now on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the Applejack and Rainbow Dash, they go back to their little competition thing. And you see Pinkie Pie bouncing at the end. And Rarity, she's sewing up this tapestry because she doesn't want to take it because it's royalty from 10,000 years ago. And then Fluttershy is just cuddling up with Angel Bunny. And that's pretty much it. Everyone lived happily ever after there. Until the next episode, of course, where they show chaos and everything. I don't know, Discord reference much? I don't know. And that's pretty much all the fuck I had to say. And I really love the music in the background. There wasn't too much of it, but I did enjoy all the little special effects and all the secret passages they put in here. That was really amazing. The creativity and the art that they showed here, really awesome as fuck. I really highly recommend you check this show out and check the episode out. It is called Castlemania. I'll put all 3 of the episodes for episode 1, 2, and 3 down there if you want to check them out. Down below. And that's it. I know this has been past 20 minutes, but that's all I have to say for now. So like I always say, hopefully you guys made it to the end, and if not, it's all good. Peace out, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. I will see you when I see you guys every day. Have a good night, wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. See you soon. See you around. Take care. Goodbye. I'm going to go out and eat some dinner. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm done. See you soon, and peace out. Lates. Goodbye. I'm out of here.